Hey, this is What You're Waiting For, a woman's perspective on camping and survival. And today I was thinking about a tool I hadn't thought about in years. And I picked it up yesterday to use it. And I thought, you know what? I need to do a little video on it. And I don't even know if they make them anymore. Uh, this one I have is from a garage sale, but I know my mom had one. My mom and dad had one because I used to play with it when I was young, and it might have even been their grandparents. So the tool is this. And as I say, I have no idea where it came from. We got this one from a garage sale one day. My husband brought it home. But we had one when I was a little bitty kid, and I would play with it. And it's just a small little hammer. And I think the one from my dad's was a little bit larger, but to tell you the truth, I was small, so it might have just looked bigger. Um, and it's all metal. Everything is metal in here. It's pretty strong. I don't know if you can see, but it's just been through heck and back. And it took a licking and kept on ticking. But the neat thing about it is I love multi-tools, but a lot of times when you open them up, I don't have one in front of me, but you only have a little section and then you have to hold it because you bring it out when you open it up, and there's not like a large handle. And these ones I really like. Let me show you what's in here. First of all, it's a hammer, and for some reason I remember my dad's head of the hammer coming off. This one doesn't, but it screwed off and something was inside. I don't know if it was a pick or something. But if you have one and the head comes off, let me know what's in it because it was years ago and I just remember playing it with it. But the handle here, the whole thing comes apart, unscrews, and you have a really nice flathead screwdriver. It's really strong. It's all, made out of metal, and it's really durable. The other fun thing is this end, and we'll take this apart, and guess what? There's another screw, a little screwdriver. And this is great for the medium work, but as you can see with this handle up here, this little ball, it's really easy to get some leverage on it. Then this screws off, and what's inside? A smaller screwdriver. Now all of these are flat-headed, and back in the olden days, well, most of the stuff was flathead. They didn't really have the Phillips yet. Most everything was flathead, but this pretty much works great. I've used these so many times. And then do it a little twist, and inside is a teeny tiny. And I have used this for those small little games that have those little tiny screws, and also for fixing eyeglasses. So you always have your little screwdriver for your eyeglasses because that'll be important. But everything screws in together. It has this, I don't know if you can really see, my camera is not very good, but it has like an X pattern. It reminds me of a file. I'm not, or a rasper or something. I'm not sure if you could use it as a file, but it is really good for gripping. It's not going to fall out of your hands because of that. It goes right inside, clicks in into the larger one, screws in, and then finally into the hammer. And if you can find them, I'm not even sure if they still make them, like I was saying, but if you can find them, this would be a really tiny, as you can see, it'll fit basically almost in the palm of my hand, just a little bit left over. But It doesn't take up much space at all. It is a little weighty though because everything is metal. There's no plastic in here to break. Everything's metal. But if you could put this in a bug out vehicle, if you could put one, if you have the space in your bug out bag or just in your toolbox, I have used this so many times, and the hammer is surprisingly pretty decent because the way it's weighted and everything. I use it to hang up pictures and things like that and hammer things in. And I remember my mom always had it because back in her age, your shoe might break and you would have to sit there and hammer the high heel back on. I remember my mom doing that a few times. But anyway, if you've come across one, it's pretty good. I do not know if they have a cheaper, like plastic version out there nowadays. I have no idea. I really like the metal, because it's not going to break, it's not going to crack. This thing has been dropped so many times and it's still going. And I know it's not this one, but my mom had one. She still has it and had used it, and I think it was my grandpa's before hers. So I mean, it goes through. It's a tool that will last forever. And if anybody knows any more about it, anything about if they still make them, who's the maker, because I'd really like to get a new one, an extra one to put in my vehicle. This one I just happened to find a garage sale, but it was a good garage sale find for me. It brought back a lot of nostalgia of me playing with this when I was little. I used to take it all apart and play with it. Um, but it's a neat little tool, and if you come across one, especially at a garage sale for $1 or so, I would definitely pick one up. It gives you a lot of reach that a multi-tool can't. When you use it, it's especially just the plain screwdriver. The only problem is it's not a Phillips. So if it was Phillips in here, it would be perfect. Um, but anyway, that's the tool. I just saw it and I thought I'd do a quick video on it. So what you waiting for? Bye. I didn't push stop. What happened? What happened?